Welcome to Real Talk. This is our first podcast. Um,
Yeah.
I mean, while the world's going to absolute
Shit.
apocalypse,
Might
might as well start. Might as well start. Might as well start. Might as well start a podcast.
as well do something good with the time.
Exactly. So, but yeah, especially being in quarantine, I've
Yeah.
watched a lot of films this week,
Yeah.
and
I mean,
yeah, I, I think everyone sort of has. And then Disney Plus
yeah, yeah.
that has launched perfectly at the right time.
You know what? It
They've,
has Disney raking it in right now.
they've launched perfectly at the right time. There's no if you look any other time, it's just perfect.
Yeah, I mean,
They've done really well with that.
I've been using it this week. I've been going back through like Star Wars and stuff because
Yeah.
it's there, and yeah,
Oh, we'll get onto Star Wars in a bit. We'll get onto Star
yeah,
Wars in a
yeah,
bit. Um, yeah. I mean, I've watched a few Marvel films that I haven't seen in a while.
yeah. I mean, I remember I did that like the first week of quarantine, and it
Yeah.
just there are some painful ones to.
There are some that are not so great. I feel I really like Captain America: First Avenger, which everyone seemed to hate. But
I don't.
it didn't even hate. I thought it was quite bland. But I
Yeah,
like the setting and I like the time period
yeah. I mean,
and the production design is great.
oh yeah. I mean, it's definitely cool in terms of if you look at the rest of the MCU. I think you watch that film and it's kind of like a change of pace because
Yeah,
it's like still huge scale, but like everything in the film's huge scale. It's like a world war, and I think that's kind of like it is quite a cool film.
it just adds to. I love the ending as well when he's in the Agents of the Shield on the roof,
Yeah, yeah,
and it's like the old art and when he the football game it's on the radio
yeah,
like I was there,
yeah. That is
and then it's like that's quite cool.
really cool. Yeah. I think it doesn't get much credit as a Marvel film, and I think that's because it's
No,
not like the others. But I think that's what kind of makes it cool.
I think I mean I did get overshadowed by its sequels, which again Winter Soldier is great, but I think the Civil Wars I didn't love Civil War, so
Yeah, I mean, Civil War's, I think, good if you're not like if you haven't read the comic or you're not familiar with that stuff. But
yeah,
I think if you look at Civil War after reading that and you
yeah,
think about like all the missed chances and stuff, but I mean,
yeah, it does.
it's still not a bad film. I mean, I still enjoy it.
I don't think this. I mean, apart from there's I'd say there's three films that I would never ever watch again in the MCU. Around three, yeah, I'll probably say three.
Yeah. Um,
I feel like I'm missing more here, but
I mean, in terms of ones that I'd never watch again, or ones that I wouldn't watch again if I could avoid it, I'd say like the two Thor movies in particular.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. You see, yeah, probably. I saw the Dark World. I'd never sit through ever again.
I mean, yeah, I sat through it when I rewatched all of them, and it like
Yeah,
it took me like three attempts because I put it on, I got like half an hour, and I was like, yeah, can't watch this, and I turned it off for a bit, and then I carried on, and I turned it off for another bit, and then it's like it is.
yeah.
It just sort of drags. It just has like
It's 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 like it's like it's a grit. They want it to be so gritty and dark,
yeah, but it just
and it just comes off this over bloated, pretentious mess
yeah,
that just never
it
is.
just really doesn't work. It it just falls.
And the first Thor film has way too many. I think I remember the Dutch angles
Yeah,
in the first Thor.
yeah,
Every single shot is a Dutch angle. Like, come on.
yeah. I mean, again with the first Thor movie, it just sort of like it's just really slow, and it's like all these the Thor films in particular, they're just like really slow burners, but it doesn't suit what they need to be going for.
No, I think what's like I really like Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
actually,
Waititi did a really good
yeah,
job, and I think that was the best direction for a Thor to go in.
yeah. It's not just that as well, but in the first two Thor movies, I feel like, especially in the second one, Thor just like I don't like him as a character, and
Yeah,
it's just like he seems really fucking boring. But then with Thor 3, like that's where he sort of picks up a bit. And
yeah,
even then in like Infinity War and Endgame, that's where you start being able to say, I
yeah,
really like Thor.
yeah. I think. I mean, again, like I watched two DC films this week,
Oh yeah, what did you watch?
as well. I rewatched Suicide Squad
Oh god.
and Batman vs Superman the
Oh god.
extended cut,
Oh
and yeah, yeah. I think I've come to the conclusion with DC is that there were still a few years behind Marvel, and DC tried to rush that universe
yeah.
so bad.
I mean, especially with the. It's weird because when they made Justice League as well, that was like trying to be their answer to like the scale that Avengers had, and it just doesn't work
Yeah,
like at all.
no.
And then
I'd like to see Zack Snyder's cut of that film though.
yeah, I mean everybody,
Out of interest.
people like Jason Momoa and people that actually worked on the film are even saying get the Snyder cut released.
Yeah,
And then
but I think yeah,
and then
I'd like to see that.
yeah, and then probably one of the only good parts of Justice League, in my opinion, Ezra Miller as the Flash.
Yeah.
You've now had all that controversy where
Oh yeah.
he throttled a woman,
Yeah. Yeah.
and now there's like doubt whether he's actually going to continue the role or not.
Yeah, that's the thing. DC's been a train wreck, but
Yeah,
they've had some like. I think Wonder Woman was really good. I really enjoyed Wonder Woman.
yeah. Wonder Woman was actually yeah, it's actually quite
it was a solid superhero film.
yeah. I mean,
Uh,
the only thing I wasn't really too keen on was the villain.
it was a bit of a
It
yeah.
was a bit yeah. I mean that sort of
It's not. It wasn't memorable.
no.
Like,
That's another thing that I think the MCU can do quite well when they want to.
yeah, I think both universes have suffered from like poor villains in
Yeah,
their films.
I mean
The only thing DC probably has a little bit. For me, DC should not because they have some of like the best villains
oh
known
yeah,
to
definitely, and
in
especially
comic book history.
yeah, especially with Lex Luthor in Batman versus Superman. It's like I
Yeah,
really like Jesse
yeah.
Eisenberg, but I just feel like he was quite
He was miscast.
yeah, 100%. And it's like I see what they were going for with casting Jesse Eisenberg. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah, definitely.
see what they wanted, but they just I don't think they were ever going to get it right.
I think Jesse Owens. Have you seen Social Network?
Yeah, that
Jesse
is one of the
Like Jesse Owens is so good in that.
yeah, that's one of my favorite films ever. I'd say.
Yeah, same. I'm writing a screenplay. Like I'm a bit of like a screenwriter, and I'd say Aaron Sorkin. Well, if you're a screenwriter or want to be a screenwriter, Aaron Sorkin is definitely one of your main influences.
100%.
And that first scene alone, like
In the bar, yeah.
In the bar, like that's so well written.
That is very, very good.
Have you seen his Molly's Game?
I haven't actually seen it yet. I've been meaning to get around to watch it.
I liked it, and it was still like Zorkin, like it was well made. But I want to see like Zorkin do something else other than like a true story.
Yeah, I mean,
I'd like to see him change it a little bit. So I'm intrigued. I reckon he'll be good at it.
Yeah, definitely. But I think that's where he sort of thrives though with like the very realistic stuff. If you're looking at things like A Few Good Men, sure he worked on Moneyball as well.
Yeah. Moneyball's
Yeah,
great.
Moneyball is great, and The West Wing and stuff. He thrives off that realistic
Yeah,
sort of.
yeah, definitely. He creates like social network. Like what I really like about it is that you go to someone and explain it. It's like, oh, it's a film about Facebook, but it's not at all. It's not all about
Yeah,
Facebook.
yeah,
So like two friends who fall out.
yeah. That's what that film, because that film has so many different focuses, and it
Yeah,
works really really well. Because you've got like the stuff with Mark and Eduardo, and then you've got this stuff with Mark and like
his psycho girlfriend.
yeah, and it just works really well as a film.
Especially there is some like the last scene when he's just sat there,
Yeah,
like when he, and like I that is again I'll give David Fincher credit as well because he's probably
oh yeah,
he's one of the first directors that he's just known like I mean I remember watching Fight Club and I was like whoa
yeah,
and
yeah,
he's another one that sort of stands out. But
yeah. I mean,
he's did Zorkin write Gone Girl?
I'm
Zorkin.
I'm not 100% sure. I know it was directed by Fincher.
I don't know if he's yeah. I don't know who wrote the screenplay.
Um,
I felt like a Zorkin presence, but I don't think it was
yeah,
now.
I feel like the screenplay might have been written by the author of the book. I remember reading that
Yeah, the
somewhere.
book. Yeah,
But yeah, Gone Girl's brilliant as well.
yeah. Uh, but anyway, on to films that are less well made. Rewatched the Star Wars prequels this week.
Yeah,
That was a
I
joy.
mean, oh, it's weird because I'm very torn, and I shouldn't be, but I am
Oh, I'm intrigued. Go on, give us your popular opinion.
because
I can sense a guilty pleasure coming on.
yeah, definitely. I think it's a lot of nostalgia because obviously when like I was growing up with Star Wars, be the same for
Yeah,
you as well. The prequels were the films that were being released.
yeah.
So like you got that, and then yeah, I mean some of the writing is very questionable.
Every single word in all of the films is
And
questionable.
but I don't like. I really like the lore, but it's like on the other hand,
The law is
yeah,
great,
and
but
it's like on the other hand, I
you
don't want to watch a film for 2 hours talking about trade and stuff. You know, it's like I want to watch a Star Wars.
the thing is, yeah, is that if you look at the original trilogy
Yeah,
and you see that they're all straightforward,
yeah,
3 acts. The problem with the prequels is that at the end, like look back, they're a kids' film. At the end of the day, like
yeah.
kids are gonna go and enjoy Star Wars. No kid
No,
is gonna go
no.
and want to sit through two
Yeah,
hours of Jedi Council
yeah.
meetings
It's like
and
that's what
Congress.
I remember
Like,
as a kid, and it's like sitting there and watching Anakin kick off for 2 hours in Revenge of the Sith. You know.
my most annoying one, the worst one is Attack of the Clones. Creepy Anakin. That's the worst one.
You know what?
Uh,
Yeah, I can vouch. I can vouch for you on that because I don't know what Attack of the Clones tried to do with the whole Anakin Padme thing, but it's like they tried to make a rom com like midway through with the whole Anakin
rolling around in the
folding
field.
around in the fields and shit, and it just like it boggles me. Like I said, I've rewatched them. It boggles me. I'm like, who approved that for a Star Wars film? Who sat down and said, yeah, that'd be good.
George Lucas.
Yeah, it's like, and I mean,
You see, I've watched some of the special features, and it was just a George Lucas one man show,
yeah, and I mean,
one man shit show, probably a better
yeah,
word.
and it's like, but then you've got to think, is there some method to his madness? Because that man is like the father of Star Wars, and it's like, ah,
My issue is with George Lucas is he he likes to interfere with things
Yeah,
that he should just be left. Like the original trilogy, the what you call it, editions, and where he added that with the
yeah,
CGI, then like 4 scenes. What's the point?
yeah, I agree.
And that weird musical dance number in Return of the Jedi,
Oh
that
God, yeah, I forgot about that.
it's so like he just interferes. And another issue I have with Attack of the Clones, especially, is the Padme thing. Before she kisses Anakin, there's no sign at all from her that she likes Anakin,
Yeah. I mean,
and it makes no sense.
that's another thing from that carries on from Revenge of the Sith as well. It's like Anakin just seems sort of obsessed, like straight away, and he just sort of like doesn't care, like whether she's
No,
interested or not. He's like,
and
yeah, I'm just gonna carry on anyway.
my issue with the first two films is that until the end, literally the very end of the second film, the Jedi don't do anything other than sit there in a meeting discussing what to do.
Yeah, I mean, in
They don't do anything until the last part.
yeah, until literally
Like what?
until literally like the very end of the third act. It's
Yeah,
like
they don't do anything.
yeah, with Phantom Menace, you've got obviously the battle with Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan and Darth Maul,
Yeah,
and that's sort of like the extent to what the Jedi do in the entire film. And then with Attack of the Clones, you've
yeah,
got the whole Yoda comes out, Count Dooku and Anakin and stuff.
yeah.
And yeah, it's
Also, gonna add the second one thing that really, really annoys me about Count Dooku and the Yoda fight
yeah,
is why that like Yoda's like, oh, this can only be settled with lightsabers. I thought the Force. What's wrong with the
yeah.
Force?
I mean that's
Like, I thought the Force was the most powerful thing, and Yoda's like it's like in the original trilogy in the Empire, like Yoda is this like unstoppable
yeah.
force with using the
That's
Force, and it just shows in this one that it's just
yeah.
lightsabers.
I mean, because if you look at the original trilogy and even the sequel trilogy, it's like the whole like idea of being a Jedi is based around your power and your ability to be one with the Force, and it's all about
Yeah,
training in that and being able to connect with that. But then, yeah, it's like with the prequels, it is literally just like lightsaber fight after lightsaber fight, and that's when they even get the lightsabers out. It's
yeah.
like, yeah,
What? Yeah, I want to say it was. I don't know. It was Red Letter Media or Chris Stockman. With the lightsaber fights. They are dance numbers. They're just over the choreography. Is just
yeah,
it's just over the like in the original three. It's like we have a like proper like lightsaber fight.
yeah.
In the prequel
It
trilogy, it's
is
just
like, yeah. I remember,
wide wide wide
yeah,
shots of them just spinning
yeah. I
about.
do remember actually watching an
And
interview with Ewan McGregor, and he commented on it,
yeah,
and he was like, yeah, it's basically like it's just like a lot of choreography.
yeah.
I mean,
And that didn't work for
no, I
me.
mean, in some like circumstances, in some films, that sort of approach probably would have worked. Like maybe a film with more like hand-to-hand combat stuff like that. But when
Yeah.
it's meant to be like a lightsaber battle, it just doesn't.
No, it felt it felt all the like prequels and after watching like the special features, it felt like one man just had a lot of too much power on the film set.
Yeah, I mean,
And no one questions anything. No one questions anything at all.
no, because they don't
It's
they
his
don't they
decision.
don't want to question George Lucas. That's why,
Yeah,
and it's like that's a bit of an issue, and you're not gonna question him when he's doing stuff like that.
yeah. Especially like I think that's probably that definitely helped in the original trilogy, especially with the New Hope,
Yeah,
is that he wasn't the the deal. Like he had people who were like,
yeah,
hang on a second. Like people would question his like creative choices, and that's what he
Yeah,
didn't have
that's what
in
definitely lacked in the prequels. And then with the with the sequel trilogy, I rewatched Force Awakens and The Last Jedi. Have no intention of ever again watching
yeah.
The Rise of Skywalker. But yeah, I don't know. It was just like they had no plan. It was all like, you know, as you go.
Yeah.
It was all very just like
I
done
do.
on the spot, and it
You see, with the episode 9, well, Rise of Skywalker, um, there was a director who directed The Book of
yeah,
Henry,
yeah,
Colin
and
Trevorrow. I really like that film. A lot of people were like, there's a certain thing that happens halfway. I'm not going to spoil it, but there's something that happens halfway through the
yeah,
film that completely changes its like pace,
yeah,
and it just like it gets like the status quo story and just completely like sends it into a
yeah,
different direction. And there was a lot of hate for that film, but there's like also like a lot of like support for it as well. And I was really looking forward to see what he was going to do, and then obviously he got. Did he get removed or did he
um,
resign? I don't know
I
if he resigned. I know it was creative
yeah,
differences.
but honestly, if you look at some of like the artwork and some of the concept art and stuff that he did for, I think he was going to call it Duel of the Fates.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
looks so cool, and it looked like, that actually might
yeah,
have been some hope for Star Wars, but instead they made Poe like a drug dealer, and it's just
yeah. It's a bit.
no.
I mean, I'm not sure. See, I've seen it once, and I'll watch it again because I had issues with it, but like I feel like it was a film that I never made like I was like, I enjoyed. I didn't know if I enjoyed it or not. I don't know if
I
I
mean,
just didn't like it either. Like it was one of those
that
things
was
which
that was
I think a lot of people have stuck over it as well. If you look at like the critics reviews for it, like critics it's
yeah.
panned, but audience scores seem to really
I
like it,
mean,
and it's a difficult
there
one.
there were some parts that I was really 50-50 on, and it was like um, like the main fight between Kylo and Rey. That like
Yeah,
visually, like it impressed me. Visually, I looked at it and I was like, okay, this looks cool. This looks like a
yeah,
proper, battle that you'd expect from a Star Wars film. But
yeah,
some of the writing choices, again, it's like I don't know what they were trying to go for. I don't know what their end goal was.
yeah,
Especially the way the film ended. It's like I don't know what they were trying to get from that. I don't know what reaction they wanted. I don't know if they thought that would be absolute.
yeah,
Not even they. J.J. Abrams. Let's just blame J.J. Abrams because I don't know. I don't know if
yeah.
J.J. Abrams thought that was the best way to go about ending a 9-film saga. I don't know.
It was an odd one. I mean, you see, I think what we best doing with Star Wars in general is doing like a set of like 7 episodes, 2 hours long, and just going
Yeah,
in depth and just saying it. Because that's the thing with Star Wars. You can't just touch on it as a subject, and it's. I mean, personally, like I could talk for hours about the issues. Even with like, you see, I'm not the biggest fan of Return of the Jedi either
yeah. I
as a
mean,
film, and it's
out of the original trilogy, it's definitely my least favorite.
yeah. I mean, there's at times where I even like there's some part there's a lot of the time I do like a lot of it, but there's some parts where I'm like,
Yeah,
it's not for me. I don't think it should be held in like, although it's always seen as a lesser one
yeah,
of the three, it's always still held in really like
yeah.
high
I don't
regard,
know.
and I
Yeah,
still disagree with that.
I think if you're
But
looking at the original trilogy, I mean, I love A New Hope because it's like it's it's simple, but it's like effective and it's enticing like the entire way through. And it's like there's
Yeah.
not really like any parts of um A New Hope that I think, yeah, that probably should have been cut, or I have no idea why that's there. A lot of it I'm quite happy with.
What the original trilogy does really well, which I have this same thing with Mad Max Fury Road and anyone like who's writing screenplays, is that it creates a world that you want to look at someone and be like, oh, I want to know more about
Yeah,
that guy's world.
yeah, definitely. It
But then it's like it's just there, and the world it creates is so well, and it gives you like enough detail to like be interested in it. But like it steers you away. It keeps the focus and the structure of the story is
Yeah,
so well
I
done.
mean, yeah, definitely. Because you got to think, I mean, Star Wars at the time was like revolutionary because it was like 70s and nobody had really ever seen a world like that before. And
Yeah,
the way it was done is like, okay, we'll show you like these parts, but we won't show you too much. And it's like, yeah, it's definitely like,
the world
yeah,
building is great. I also had the same thing with Mad Max Fury Road. Like, I mean, even the car with the guy
oh
on the
yeah,
guitar, and he's just playing the
yeah,
guitar
that,
while his son is, and like I want to
yeah,
know more about that guy. But then the world it creates
yeah.
is great, and I do
Again,
think
again, I feel like
if you can
it,
create
it.
a world,
Again, I feel like it does the same thing as Star Wars, where it leaves it open for so much more. Because when you watch that film, it never
yeah,
shows you too much. It shows you just enough to
no,
make you want to see more of the world. I think that's really
yeah,
important.
definitely. Anyway, at the moment I am writing a screenplay. It's like I'm like I'll go a little more detail in like future episodes, but I'm still in the middle of writing it at the moment, and I want to say it's like it's a teen drama
Yeah,
slash comedy at the moment, and I've been like obviously watching a lot of like teen dramas, comedies,
yeah, yeah,
everything like that. And I saw recently you watched Dazed
yeah. I
Confused for
did.
the first time.
Um,
That is my top five films of
yeah,
all
hundred
time,
percent. I
100%.
mean, yeah, because we spoke about it a couple of weeks ago, and you told me how good it was, and I
Yeah,
was like, yeah, okay, I gotta watch. Sorry, Dazed and Confused now. So yeah, I ordered it on Blu-ray, and yeah, it is incredible. It's really really good. Definitely,
so good. All
alright,
right, all
alright,
right, all
alright.
right.
Yeah, it's definitely
It's
yeah,
so
it's really really it's got a bit of everything because it's like fun, but like at the same time sometimes it's like it doesn't try to be fun, but it's like
it's got some really great moments. Like I like the football
yeah,
field bit where it's like you
yeah,
gotta keep living, man. That's
yeah,
what I have to be
definitely.
saying. But again, like talk about like world, but like that world's great. It just drops you into this world. Like it's a hangout film.
Yeah,
You're a
yeah.
hangout with
It
these
is
characters.
it's good as well
And
because there's so many characters, but like you learn a bit about everyone,
yeah,
and it's like it makes
oh, like
sure
yeah,
to in
it's like you're a friend of these guys and you're just
yeah,
hanging out. And I really like the way he like. There's so many films that can attempt that and fail, and I think
yeah,
Richard Linklater does. Richard Linklater does that really well anyway. Like with a lot of his
yeah.
films,
I mean,
is that he manages to just drop you into the
yeah,
situation, introduce you to everything, and then just go. I think he does that really well,
yeah,
introducing characters and like character arcs.
yeah. 'Cause it's got like you've got all these different arcs going on at the same time, and it's like
Yeah,
it's very very well made, very well written.
also like the amount of like starts in that film
Yeah,
is insane. Like you've got Matthew
yeah.
McConaughey's breakout,
Ben Affleck,
Ben Affleck,
yeah, who I didn't
um,
realize
Mia
was actually in the
was in the
film
film.
until I watched it, and then I saw him, and I was like, no, is that Ben Affleck? And yeah, and it's like,
Yeah, and What's the name from the Resident Evil film?
Oh,
Mila
that one.
Jovovich. I'm not even pretend. I'm not even to attempt that name ever again. Which aren't great films, but always been
Yeah,
commercially
I mean,
successful.
I think I remember I've seen like the first one, first two maybe. And yeah, they're not great. I heard they only got worse. So
how many did it actually come out in the end? I know it's directed by the her husband. It's the other Paul Anderson.
yeah,
I
I'm not sure what year they came out. It was 2002, the first movie.
Let's have a look now.
Yeah, Paul W.S.
Okay.
Anderson. Yeah.
Oh, there's 6 of them.
Yeah.
Oh, it made over $1 billion at the box office, which is explains why it's a sequel.
But yeah, it wasn't like great, but
I'm probably never gonna. I might watch
yeah,
them at some point. But video game movies just suffer in general. And
that's like.
I mean, it's like you see the first Mortal Kombat. It's that bad. Some of them are just that bad that they're great, and the Mortal Kombat films
definitely.
are really straight into that category. The Warcraft film was boring.
What disappointed me?
It's a shame.
What disappointed me about the Warcraft film the most was who it was directed by, because it was directed by Duncan Jones, who directed Moon, with Sam Rockwell.
Oh yeah,
and Moon was really good.
Right.
And then obviously Warcraft just wasn't very good.
He did. I think. I mean, I want to see. Didn't he did? It came out recently, isn't it? What film was it? Is it? I want to say it's Mute. Yeah, it was Mute. He did Mute, and that wasn't great.
I don't know if I've seen it.
Sucked. But it's like a love letter to Blade Runner.
No, I don't. But I don't think I've seen it.
It's not great. I'm always intrigued to what he does, because like I really like Source Code with Jake Gyllenhaal as well.
You know what, Source Code was alright, yeah. But
and Moon was probably one of my favorite films of the like the 2000s, because I was like, I didn't even think that was going to be as good as it. I mean, I was in that, and then there was something about that. I really love the like lingering going on here. And I did like that. Like it was like it kind of felt like somewhat like a claustrophobic. It was a claustrophobic thriller, because like you felt something that's happening, and then obviously the clones and
Moon is Moon really impressed me. I did like Moon quite a bit. It didn't make like that much money either. It only made 9.8 million at the box office with a budget of 5. Yeah.
I mean, again, like he did. That's fine for like the film he. Because it was really. I mean, you don't even know it's low budget.
It's like. You'd never tell. And Sam Rockwell's great. Sam Rockwell is great in everything. It's like, you know what, he was even good in Iron Man 2, I reckon. he was.
Oh, I can't even remember it.
He played
Iron Man 2.
Yeah, it was Justin Hammer in Iron Man 2. And actually,
he's I watched him in 3 Billboards.
3 Billboards is 3 Billboards is great.
It's directed by this guy called Mike McDowell, and he's just, I don't know if you've seen it.
In Bruges. Yeah, it's brilliant.
In Bruges, he's great, and Seven Psychopaths is really good.
I rewatched Seven Psychopaths not long ago. I really like Seven Psychopaths. It's really, really good.
I came to the conclusion that Christopher Walken is never in any, even when it's so bad, it's
Yeah,
just
I
great
mean,
for
Christopher Walken has been in some like, I feel like he's been in some weird stuff. What?
He's been in that
Do you know
Nine
what? He
Lives
was in with Adam Sandler.
with
He was in Click with
he was
Adam
in Click.
Sandler, I think.
Oh right, yeah, he was. He was
Scientist dude, yeah.
science guy, wasn't he?
Oh,
That's mad.
yeah. That's what he's been in some. He's been in some weird stuff. Like he's been in so much.
He wasn't in a video game at one point.
I'll have a look. I'm not sure.
Because again, like he's great in Pulp Fiction. I rewatched Once Upon a Time in Hollywood again this week.
I still haven't seen it. I need to buy it.
And, I'm gonna put out there. He's got a really unpopular opinion, but I want to say top 3 Tarantino. It might even be my favorite.
I mean, I've seen lots of reviews, and I've seen lots of like mixed stuff because I've seen some people say, yeah, it's great, it really works, and I've seen some people say it's boring, it's not quite Tarantino.
You see, I looked on Letterboxd, and one thing that really interests me is that a lot of people who gave it like an okay review, like 3 stars, and the next review is like 4.5 stars. Like they always give it, like on the second reviewing it probably gets better, and I probably agree in a lot of ways. So there's a lot better stuff. Yeah, I mean, watching it again as well.
I'm probably gonna pick it up over like the next week or so. But definitely, yeah, I mean, I rewatched Inglourious Basterds not too long ago as well, and yeah. I still really like Inglourious Basterds.
I mean, you've got the ending scene, which is like classic Tarantino. It's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood still have that last scene, which is just classic Tarantino, without going into too much spoilers. But with Inglourious Basterds, like the opening scene, I really like that scene.
Yeah, the scene in like the House of France. Yeah, that is.
And the bar scene with the British
Michael Fassbender.
Michael Fassbender.
He is.
Oh, he's so good. I love him in that. It's like hearing the dialogue, and obviously it's
I mean that's one thing that like really boggles me about like filmmakers and stuff is how they get the dialogue so good, because it's like
I mean, with Tarantino, like a lot of people who try and copy Tarantino don't. It never ends up going well.
I mean, dialogue is a hard thing to perfect in a film, I think.
100%. I mean, like writing now, like I always struggle. The dialogue is the hardest part because you've got to hear it from an actor's mouth, and you've got to make it. Like when everyone first starts screenwriting, everyone who goes into screenwriting usually, like especially this, like I started about 13, 14. My biggest inspiration was Tarantino, so I'm not going to make every single word sound like it came from Tarantino, which it didn't work. But I've got to be fair, if it gets to a point where we get like 200 episodes, I will read one of the scripts.
That would be good.
Word for word, like Tarantino.
I mean,
it's the worst. But
it's one of those things where it's like you've got when you write a script, you've got to make sure that you write it when you can hear like a certain person reading it. I think because I mean you've got to make sure that if you're hoping to do something with that script, then you can get it made, and that you can get somebody similar to who you want to. Bring that person.
I think the thing with Tarantino now is that when he sends people his scripts or when he invites them to his house to read them, because he doesn't use technology.
I mean,
you can pretty much guarantee that anyone is going to read Tarantino's script, even out of just curiosity, even if I can't do the role. And I mean, like the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood cast. I mean, Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio. You can't
go wrong. You can't go wrong there.
And Margot Robbie as well, and even Al Pacino. Al Pacino's there. Who else? I mean, the guy from Mindhunter who's played. I think he's played now Charles Manson in like 3 different shows.
You know
Films.
what? I actually saw that Matt Smith has played Charles Manson, and that confused me a lot.
Yeah. But I do really like Once Upon in Hollywood. It works. It's like I love like the production. Obviously, the production design.
Yeah, I mean, I saw some of the I've seen like trailers and I've seen like little bits and stuff, and the production design does look really good. And that's another thing, I suppose. It's like really accurate and stuff, and you know.
Yeah, and it's a little self-indulgent at times because it's a Tarantino film, and he's just like he makes a lot of references to films, which I like because I've got quite interest in this, like the time and the cinema like he's showing. Like I watch a lot of like old cowboy westerns.
Yeah.
And it really I was like it was I got a lot of the references, which was great.
Yeah.
But even like as a Tarantino, it still was very mature, which I don't think people were expecting. There's a scene where he goes to Spawn Ranch.
All right.
Brad Pitt's character, and it's almost like a horror film, like the creepiness of it all, and the way it's directed, and it deals with, I think, if you compare this, especially even to like Inglourious Basterds or Django Unchained, like Tarantino, like it's a Tarantino film. It wasn't it liked the violence, obviously. I mean, the dialogue was even. It felt like a fanboy was making them. A very talented fanboy, but it felt like a fanboy film. This, although it has its moments, is nowhere near as like indulgent. It has its laughs, but it also has its times where you see these characters bonding.
Yeah.
You sort of feel in this world where one character is he's losing stock during coming to the end of like the 60s, and you got like the modern cinema coming in with like the Scorseses and the more violent films, and this guy's losing. He's coming out of touch in the world. Of like hippies and Woodstock. And there's no longer this like pompadour like leading man anymore, and it's really, really good to see on screen. And I think Leo and Brad do such a good job together, and are so good together. That's just worth watching.
I mean, going back to what you said in a minute ago, that's what within like getting everything into his film. That's what Tarantino does really well. I mean, if you look at the I don't know if you remember, the scene with the KKK and the mask in Django Unchained, and it's like. And that scene alone just shows what Tarantino can do, because in that film he has obviously the complex, serious issues of racism and slavery and stuff, but he's able to like make it so I want to say lighthearted with that scene, sort of, and he's able to play that stuff off for laughs, but without people taking it seriously.
He deals with issues really well.
Yeah, he really does.
In that subject, like there's a lot of people who don't like him for it. But there's like you've got like Samuel Jackson, a lot of people who defend him for what he shows on film, and
but he's able to do it really well.
Yeah, and like he's no one is ever going to get to the level where Tarantino knows about films and knowledge of films.
Yeah, definitely.
At times, the only criticism I ever usually have of him is that sometimes it's like, come on, Quentin, row your fanboy a little bit.
Yeah.
But again, he's really interesting to listen to an interview.
Yeah, I mean, he's quite cocky. He sort of knows that he's the best.
I think you sort of need to be, that's why I think I like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood so much, is that it wasn't on that level. He made a really, really good film that wasn't. It showed that he just loves cinema, and he's a film romantic, whatever. And it just that level of maturity in a Tarantino film, I don't think we've seen since like Jackie Brown.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I did read something long ago about one of Tarantino's favorite films being Dazed and Confused. That really
Yeah, it's in his
yeah,
top 20.
and it's like yeah, it is
Yeah. He's got quite a few guilty pleasures as well, to be
yeah.
fair. I think, what would you say some of your biggest guilty pleasures are
Oh,
in film?
this is difficult. I mean, in terms of
I'll reveal some of
yeah,
mine
in
as well.
terms of guilty pleasures, I mean, I think you've always got like I think the prequels for me will always be there because of like I was brought up with them. And then I think you've got stuff like you know what, Spider-Man 3 I think is a guilty pleasure for me, definitely.
Even the scene where he's
Yeah,
dancing,
it's like I love it.
emo Peter Parker.
It's
Oh
like it shouldn't be there,
no.
and I kind of hate it, but at the same time, it's like I kind of love it. It's like it.
So Spider-Man 3 it's okay. It's got some moments in there which are okay.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think
I'd rather watch that than Amazing Spider-Man
really.
2.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I quite like Spider-Man 2. I think.
Oh no, I said
Oh,
Amazing Spider-Man
Amazing
2,
Spider-Man
not
2. Okay,
Spider-Man
yeah,
2.
Amazing Spider-Man 2
Obviously,
is
whoa.
Amazing Spider-Man 2 is not good.
Clearly, Spider-Man 3 has some laughably bad
Yeah,
moments, but Spider-Man 2 is
Amazing
just
Spider-Man 2 is
boring.
yeah.
Spider-Man 2
Oh
is
yeah,
great
Spider-Man
though.
2 is brilliant.
Spider-Man 1 and 2 are
Yeah,
great.
I mean even the first Amazing Spider-Man is okay. It's not
I mean, yeah, it's okay. Like it's not a bad film, but it's not.
yeah.
No one in 50 years' time is going to be talking about the Amazing
No,
Spider-Man.
no.
But what else? And what else? You got to have some comedies in there, some trashy
Yeah,
comedies
I
in there.
mean I don't know. I mean, you know what actually? I actually have quite fond memories of Revenge of the Fallen because I remember going to see it with my dad, and I remember
Yeah.
like being kind of excited about it at the time. And that is definitely guilty pleasure. It's weird. A lot of my guilty pleasures come back to like what I watched as a child.
I think everyone's is, to be
Cat in the
fair.
Hat,
I've
Mike
got quite a
Myers.
few. Cat in the
That
Hat.
film is
No, that's scary.
awful. But again, it's
Do you think anyone
kind of up
in
there.
like 10 years' time is going to be listing off cats
Any
as a
of
guilty
the
pleasure?
mummy films with Brendan Fraser, you know,
Oh,
it's stuff like
Brendan
that.
Fraser,
It's
yeah.
stuff that's like
Oh, have you ever seen
stupid
Scrubs? Have you
and
ever seen
it's like
Scrubs?
bad, but it's like kind of enjoyable.
Yeah. Have you ever seen Scrubs?
The show, yeah.
Yeah. Have you seen the episode where Brendan Fraser is like the sad episode? Do you know what we're talking
No,
about?
I've only ever seen bits of it.
Oh, like Brendan Fraser. That's my favorite Brendan Fraser role in Scrubs. He's so
Yeah,
good in it. And if you haven't seen Scrubs as a TV show, sit through it, binge it.
but yeah, it's stuff like that. It's stuff that's
Yeah.
like so bad, but it's like you kind of enjoy it. It's like yeah,
I've got a lot of good. Like I'm a big fan of like 70s grindhouse films. So I got
oh
some
yeah.
real shockers on the list.
Fine, give us some of yours.
There's a film called The New York
I've
Ripper
never seen it.
is that is great when you get drunk. It's about this duck that is pale to
Right.
with he makes this noise. It's not great. Just watch it when you're drunk. It's the best
Yeah,
time.
that's a sound. Quite fun.
What else? Malibu High. It's about this like nerdy teenage girl who turns into a pimp and a drug dealer, and then ends up getting shot. It's basically she's fading. She's
Yeah.
fading. Yeah. So she goes to the teacher and then speaks to the teacher to pass through school, and she just makes just it's like a rags to riches film, just with like a nerdy 16-year-old girl. It's
That
great.
sounds great. Yeah.
It's amazing. And then I've got like a few like The Man on the Deep River.
I haven't seen that.
It's also quite funny. They're all on Amazon. Oh, okay, the best one. It's this Italian film called Live Like a Cop, Die Like a Man. Great title.
That is a good title.
And I think Edgar Wright actually talked about it at one point, and the opening scene is great because you've got these two police guys on a bike, and every single time there's like a cut or a different angle, the guy's head's like changed place on the bike, like with like he's looking over one shoulder, then he's looking over the next. It's brilliant, and it's the funniest thing. And there's some really weird, like creepy, like flirting with a receptionist girl at the police station. It's great. Would recommend.
Yeah, I mean, one thing you mentioned Edgar Wright there. What the only work of Edgar Wright's that I've never seen was his first film called A Fistful of Fingers.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen that either. I've seen Space.
You know what? Space is so good. Yeah, Simon Pegg's great in that.
Yeah, and then obviously you got the Cornetto trilogy. With Edgar Wright, it's definitely like whatever's already been said, you can't. There's nothing else to add because everything's already been said about like.
I mean,
Baby Driver. I felt bad for Ant-Man, but Baby Driver just made up for it. Like,
I mean, because Edgar Wright did have writing credit on Ant-Man and stuff. And
but
I'm pretty sure he quit like midway through. I think I don't know if he actually stayed the entire length of writing the film.
I know he. I think he took it. He was there for like years, though, wasn't he? I'm looking forward to his last night.
I'm interested to see what happens there because it's like a psychological thriller, and it's like.
I reckon it'll be. I reckon it'll be so good. I reckon it'll be his best. I reckon it might be. He's got.
I mean, he's a huge horror fan as well, and he's never like. He's never.
Yeah.
I'd like. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he's never done it like in a way that wasn't like played for laughs or anything like that.
Also, it's got one of my favourite characters, one of my favourite actresses of all time, Rigg. And she plays James Bond's wife in On American Secret Service in probably one of the best James Bond films. Apart from George Lazenby, who I like now because of like different reasons. Like he's in one of my favourite James Bond films. It's such a good film. It's just he's a bit wooden and he didn't have any acting experience. But the story of him actually becoming James Bond is great on itself. And if you like want any time research that, because like he basically tricked Albert Broccoli and Harry Saltzman into getting the role. He lied on his TV basically a lot, and he got the role. And they're like, "Oh, you tricked me!" So they gave him the role because he tricked them so well.
I mean, I've not seen every James Bond film, but the ones I have seen, I enjoyed because it's like some of them are just sort of like. They're kind of cheesy, and it's like especially some of the older ones.
Okay, the cheesy ones are my Roger Moore, James Bond, like Moonraker, ridiculous film, but it's great.
Definitely.
Christopher Walken again, to a Kill, such a really weird film, but you can have so many drinking games in that film of just Spot the Stuntman. Great drinking game that. What else? He's had a few wild James Bond films. I think The World Is Not Enough is a really, really underrated James Bond film.
Yeah.
Pierce Brosnan. And what else? Die Another Day. It's terrible and I hate it, but it's fun.
Wait, is that the one with like the hotel on like the ice? Or yeah. Yeah, that's not great.
It's not a great way to celebrate Bond's 40th anniversary.
It's fun. It's fun.
It's just a funny film.
I mean,
What else is
some of the
carry
Daniel
on.
Craig films I quite enjoy. Not Quantum of
Oh, Dead. Quantum of Solace
no.
is not great, but obviously that Daniel Craig literally had to write some of the scripts,
Yeah,
some of
I
his
mean,
lines, because it was like in the middle of the writer's
did,
strike.
did did you ever play the Quantum of Solace game?
On
Yeah.
Xbox 360,
Do you
yeah.
know what? Not awful. It's
I
it's
liked it.
quite
I
good.
liked it. Was the first game I ever
Really.
played, like ever, on 360. Like
Yeah,
first game I ever
that
played.
was
Yeah.
I actually kind of missed that game. It's actually all right. It,
I haven't, they haven't had a good James
yeah,
Bond game in a
it
while.
was a cool like FPS. I actually quite enjoyed it.
Yeah. I might try and find that out somewhere and
Yeah,
just play it.
that'd be a shout. It was yeah that would bring back some nostalgia right there.
But I like Skyfall. I wasn't really a big fan of Spectre. Spectre I liked in moment. Like Spectre is my ideal like Sunday afternoon James Bond film. I've got my problems with Christoph Waltz's
Yeah,
Blofeld. Also the weird idea that Blofeld is blue.
yeah,
Just no, come on, that was a terrible
yeah. I
idea.
mean,
But
yeah. I remember
I
going
like
to
a lot of it.
see Spectre in cinema, and I quite enjoyed it in the cinema, and then I've since rewatched it, and it's
Yeah,
not awful, but it's not brilliant either.
there's a great review. This guy now, like when he first watched it, he really liked it. But then it sort of slowly went down. It's about like a
All
40,
right,
50 minute review of Spectre. It's this like massive like Bond, like he's a massive like James Bond fan.
all
He's
right.
called Calvin the Bond reviewer on YouTube. Definitely recommend his review. It's
Speak,
really really good. I do like the James Bond fandom actually. Like speaking more, like it's got really
yeah.
good fandom.
Speaking of James Bond games, did you play Bloodstone?
Yep,
Yeah,
I really like
I
this
liked it
show.
as well. Just that one's just sort of popped into my head. Yeah,
Bloodstone's great. I never played GoldenEye because it was like obviously before
yeah,
my time, but I
I've played
really want to
GoldenEye.
play
My
GoldenEye.
auntie used to have an N64, and yeah,
Ah,
GoldenEye is
yeah,
it's a very fun game. It's cool to see how it like revolutionized everything as well.
yeah,
Yeah,
like first person shooters, yeah,
I feel like there was
definitely.
another Bond game that I also played. I think I played it on the PS4.
Is it did 007
No,
Legend?
it's
Is it?
oh
Is that
that's it. I found it here. Everything or Nothing, and it
I
was
haven't
like
played that one.
Pierce Brosnan Bond, and
Yeah,
I kind of enjoyed that. I was a lot younger when I played that though, but
you see, like I haven't played James Bond games. They need to make a new
yeah,
like James Bond
that'd
game.
be quite cool. Yeah,
I'd be so down with that. What other films would make really good video games? I mean, there are some real like video game and movie should never ever go together, but let's
yeah.
say
I
if they
mean,
did.
it's weird because like some video game movies just like I don't like. Have you seen Sonic? And it's like
Yeah, it
yeah,
it
it
was
was
just
I thought
that was
that
just
it
so
just
sorry.
had nothing to do
It was
with
ugly.
like
No,
one game that I would love to see as a movie, and this is just because it's my favorite game of all time. I don't know if it'd ever work because it would be so
yeah.
long, but Skyrim.
Skyrim would be great, but the problem with Skyrim is that I don't.
A TV
It's
series
either
like
better
Game
as
of
a
Thrones or
TV
something, yeah.
series, and yeah. Well, to Game of Thrones, it's kind
Yeah,
of Skyrim-y,
but
I'd say, in some ways. It's a really, really like it's a great game.
yeah,
It
exactly.
still holds
I
up
have
now.
the the remastered one. on the Xbox, and
Yeah, same.
it's like sometimes I'll just come back to it. Sometimes I'll be like, yeah, let's play some Skyrim.
The best is playing that game with someone who's really scared of
Yeah,
spiders.
me. I hate it. I remember
Yeah, yeah. How
yeah.
do you cope? Which cave is it in the game that you have to go in and then
Oh,
there's like 1,000
I
spiders in
remember
that cave.
there's two parts that really stick out for me because it was the first time that I ever played Skyrim, and I'm playing it with my cousin. I just bought it, and he had it as well, and he came over, and it's when you
Oh, was
first
it the
game,
first
and
one
they
when it drops
start
down?
dropping down, and I was like, fuck, I remember throwing this controller, like I
Yeah,
was young as well, and I was like, I was like, and now I just sort of
yeah,
like squint and just spam the attack button, or like, and it's when you go to collect some from like um Bleak Falls Barrow, like early on, and you
yeah.
go in there, and the giant, huge spider drops down, and I
Oh,
remember
yeah, yeah.
that I remember the first time I ever did that it took me a couple of attempts. Hate
Yeah.
hate spider.
There was a mod. There was a mod on PC that changes spiders to some like
Oh,
pixelated. Like
I
I can't
actually
remember what it
used
changed
that
it
when
to
I
now,
used to
but it
have
was
my PC. I used one that changes the spiders
yeah.
to I can't remember what it was, but it changes them to like different random enemies, and I was like, yeah, I can deal with that. That's great.
Uh, he's got rude
It's
spiders
like
from there.
it
That's so
got to
funny.
the
How did you cope with Chamber of Secrets for
oh,
like the Harry Potter film
I sort of
with
just sit there and
Aragorn?
like close my eyes.
You
It's
like run
like
in there.
um again, I remember somebody showing me the film Eight-Legged Freaks as well, and it terrified me. Yeah,
The theme
uh,
movie.
arachnophobia haunted me. Um, it it's
That's
spiders.
funny.
I hate them. Um, the do you know what? It's the only spider scene that I've ever found kind of like okay, and it's weird because it's actually quite a bad one. But the second Hobbit movie, it,
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't know
damn,
why,
yeah,
but I
right.
remember sitting in the cinema watching that, and I was like,
Yeah.
isn't so bad.
Have you watched it? Don't ever watch it
I've never
anyway,
seen it.
Jake, because there's this weird like spider scene that it like means
Yeah,
something, but it's just odd. That's
yeah.
how
I
to
just
describe it.
hate. I hate spider. That is probably my biggest fear. I think spiders definitely, and it's like I don't know where it came from. I just don't like.
You see, like I've always picked them up, but they're never really that bothered me that much spiders,
Yeah,
which is a
I
weird one.
mean, it's like people say that. People are like, what? Why are you scared of spiders? But it's like, just don't like. It's just, it's like with the the King Kong movie, the Peter Jackson one. Yeah, I think Peter Jackson just
Yeah.
fucking loves spiders, to be honest. But
Oh yeah, to be
yeah,
fair, he does look a
and
good
it's
spider.
like that scene in the film as well. It just terrified me.
Have you seen the I do like the new thing, but I watched the old one a few weeks ago, the 1930s
I've
one.
only
That's
ever
still really,
seen
it's still
like
really
bits
cool.
of it. I've never
Very
sat there
cool.
and watched the entire film.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
I did recently. I rewatched Skull Island as well,
Skull Island.
and
Oh, I haven't seen that since it came out. My again, it's a really fun
yeah,
disposable film. That's what I got from it.
it's like I don't hate it. Like I'm not gonna sit there and I'm not gonna like rewatch it like loads of times. It's like I don't, but
Yeah,
it's not
yeah.
like
It
yeah,
could have been so much more. I wanted it to feel like the
yeah,
Jumanji film,
yeah.
the remake of Jumanji.
Like
I wanted it to feel like that, and even the sequel of like Jumanji is
I've
alright. To
not
be fair,
seen
like I really like the
I've not
sequel.
seen the sequel yet.
it's like it's okay. Like it's
Yeah,
still like good fun. Like, that's what it should have been for me. And it still has that fun element, but the characters in Kong Skull Island just they're
yeah,
probably just cardboard
definitely.
cutouts.
That's
Like
one
there's
thing. Yeah, I mean,
little to no
I
depth.
think like that film could have been like kind of like a little bit lighter. I think. I think in terms of like the tone
Yeah,
of the film, it's quite dark, but the character.
yeah. Again, like the first Godzilla film, it's the same universe, isn't it?
Yeah,
Godzilla
yeah.
and
God,
Kong Skull Island. The
the
Godzilla film,
which
I
one?
really like that, but it had like 5 minutes. The first one, like
The
the first Godzilla,
the
not
2014 one. Oh yeah,
the one that
2014.
came out in 2014.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I don't know. I think my
it had like 5 minutes of it of
yeah,
Godzilla, but I like
that's my one criticism
um
is that there's not enough.
I like
There's not enough
yeah
proper Godzilla action. But that
yeah, but I think it worked as like it worked for what it was like. It wasn't trying to be
yeah,
a
yeah,
Godzilla
definitely.
film. Like it worked for what it was doing, and I'll sit through. I think I've seen it about twice now.
Yeah, I haven't
I haven't
seen it
seen it in a
in
while, to be
a
fair,
while,
but
but I've seen it a
I
couple
liked what it
times.
went for.
The sequel as well is actually it's not bad.
You see, I haven't seen it.
Yeah,
It's got that's the one with
it's
Millie
got Millie
Bobby
Bobby
Brown in it.
Brown in it. She's okay. She's a bit
Yeah.
annoying at times.
I think Stranger Things is a weird one for me because I think there is some really a lot of good talent in there. Like
Yeah, Stranger Things. Yeah,
have you seen it? No Snap. I
yeah,
love it. You know, in the second season,
yeah. I think
when he's in the
in
hospital,
Stranger Things,
he's
I
great there.
think Will just keeps getting dicked down because he just sort of
Yeah.
like he can never catch a break. It's like in the first season
No.
he's barely there. In the second season he's there and comatose. And in the third season he's there but he's sort of like pushed to the background because of like all the other stuff that's going on. Because
Yeah.
that's one thing I really disliked
Yeah.
about the third season is that some issues took center and it's like especially with the whole like Mike and Eleven
Yeah.
breakup thing, it's like I think that got way more attention than it needed.
Yeah, I think there's like that whole meme in there that like I'm on the subreddit for Stranger Things, and there's a whole meme where everyone's like putting Sadie and Mike,
Yeah.
no, not Sadie and Lucas over Sadie. Is that a name in real life?
Yeah,
Or
her
is that
name's. I actually
what is
Sadie
her
Sink
name?
is her name in real life.
Sadie Sink.
I actually kind of remember
Sadie, yeah. I just refer to her as Sadie then.
Max in
But
Stranger Things. Her name.
I think them two as a couple.
Yeah.
Max, yeah, Max and Lucas, like their relationship is
I
to me
think.
better than
Yeah.
100%. Mike just turned into like Mike wasn't this like
Yeah,
whiny
Mike
guy.
is
Like, he
such a
was
little
charge in the
in
first
season 3, and it
it
winds me up. It really does wind me up. I think because I remember
Yeah.
binging the whole of season 3, like the night it came out. I sat there, and
Yeah. I
yeah,
started
it's some.
rewatching it yesterday.
I've only
The
ever
whole
seen it through
series, the whole
once,
series.
and I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like I'll probably rewatch it again at some point. I
Yeah.
think Gaten Matarazzo is really good in Stranger Things as well.
I think he'll end up being he's quite an intelligent. Like
Yeah,
I reckon he'll end up being a writer
definitely. He's
or director.
yeah.
got that
It's like
brain.
if you see him in like interviews and stuff, he's really smart.
Yeah. I think like he'll end up
Yeah,
doing something.
he'll probably
like that.
yeah. I don't. He won't stay an actor forever. I think once Stranger Things runs its course, which it probably will after.
I think they've got what I think they've got one. They've got this season, whatever's the next season coming up, and I think they might have just another one more season after that, and then that'll have to be that.
Because
I reckon.
yeah, I mean, with season 4 coming up, I'm sort of like I don't know where they're going to go. Obviously, Hopper's been confirmed alive and stuff.
I don't know if they'll be in Hawkins anymore because I heard that thing where
Yeah, and
we're not in Hawkins anymore. But again, for me, like that I don't think that could work because Hawkins is again it's the
because
world around
obviously
them that's
everybody moved
great
away
and
and
it's
stuff. So
built
I'm
so
interested
well.
to see what sort of happens there. I
Yeah,
think that's
definitely.
another thing as well about like the whole world building thing. It's like being able to expand the world and having something to do with it. And it's like,
Yeah, I'll be intrigued because they've got to somewhat go
yeah,
back
I
to
mean, obviously
Hawkins.
that's where the whole problem rooted. So I think that's, but I'm like, if
Yeah,
I think about like how I think it could play out, it's like in terms of story, I'm not really sure. But in terms of like the location, I feel like it'd be a
no,
place
nor
that
am
they go
I.
back to in like the last episode or something, you know. And it's like,
Yeah. But again, it'll be a shame because I
yeah,
do
it's
love
like
that setting,
it's really
and I,
well, like it's really well shown, like the location, because across the 3 seasons as
yeah,
well,
definitely.
they make a point to change the location to like different places, like that key sort of like obviously
Yeah,
with season 3 you've got the mall, which they sort of choose to focus everything around.
I know it'll be. I think
Yeah,
it'll be a weird one to be fair. I think I see. There's other people who didn't like season 3 like at all. Um, I, I'm intrigued to rewatch it again because I remember I
yeah,
liked it like quite a bit, but I don't think it
yeah.
was as
I
strong as the
remember
other
I
two
remember
seasons.
enjoying it, but I don't remember like loving it. Loving it. I liked what they did with Steve's character
Yeah,
in season 3. I liked what they did with Steve's
yeah,
character in season 2 though as well. With
yeah. I do. I just saying. I think Steve is probably got
yeah,
one of the best arcs over the
definitely. I
show.
think because one of the characters that I still don't like 100% like is Jonathan.
I'd probably agree with that. But again, I don't know if you are meant to fully like.
Yeah,
I don't know what the intention is there. But he's never really been in the apart from when he was searching for Will and the whole
yeah,
Nancy and Jonathan like storyline. He's
yeah.
never really
Because
shone on the
I
forefront
remember
of
in
anything.
like season 1 and season 2, I remember like rooting for Jonathan and Nancy, and you sort of need to do that because of
Yeah,
like how Steve acts and stuff. But then I feel like once Steve gets a bit more
yeah,
likable, you're like, ah, it's like maybe I do like Steve a little bit
yes,
more
correct.
than I initially did,
Yeah,
and especially like his
I
relationship.
think I'll be interested to
Yeah,
see what they
I
do
mean,
with
I
Jonathan.
don't know. He just seems like kind of bland, but I don't know if that's
Yeah, I think I don't think he's had the most. I don't think he's been developed
yeah.
since season one
Since season 1
enough.
where he sort of like
And
where he where he hit Steve and stuff. It's like since then that was like his big
yeah,
character turnaround, I think. But then I feel like once he got
yeah,
with Nancy and they sort of like started growing up in terms of like getting jobs and stuff. I
yeah, definitely. I
yeah.
don't think that it's been. He hasn't. He hasn't gone and like added that extra layer to him. It seems like Jonathan season one just
Yeah.
now he's
Yeah,
sort of
it seems like he
it's
sort
never.
of hit his limit.
I do think he needs that like he. I think I want him to have that like big character bit like even a bit of a bigger
Yeah,
storyline in the new
definitely
season.
that would be
Would be cool
good.
to
But
see.
I think the issue there is that they're gonna. I think they feel like they have to focus on Hopper now. With the whole like
Yeah,
it,
but again, we don't know how long he's going to be in this scenario. It could be
yeah
like a
yeah
three
that
episode
just like
thing.
I kind of want the Hopper thing to be resolved kind of quickly because I feel like they don't need to elaborate too much. I feel like an explanation and
Yeah.
like as to how he got there and a look at what it's like there would be kind of that'd be good. Yeah, but I don't want it to sort of overtake.
I think
Yeah.
they're going to do that. They're going to do that anyway. I think the first episode is going to be. I think it'll be like one of those episodes when it's. I hate it, but you know when Eleven goes to
Oh yeah,
see a
yeah,
sister. It's a terrible episode, but I think it'll be
yeah.
something like that for the
It's
first episode
because
of the season.
season 2 was kind of like that for me, where there was like some parts that I really didn't like.
Yeah.
It's like, especially where it's like
Yeah.
I know some people like this, but do you remember when Eleven went? She found that group of people and she went through like the whole emo phase sort of thing. It's like,
Yeah, you see that's yeah. Like,
yeah,
I hated that episode.
I
Like,
really didn't
it's
like
the
that.
worst. It's no. It's there's like one thing which I really like is when I see when
Yeah,
she sees Pa. Apart from that scene, though, the rest
yeah,
of the episode is so bad. It's like you can tell they're trying to create like a spin-off
yeah.
show.
It's like
And
you see what they're
it
kind
never
of
paid off.
trying to do, and again, it's trying to expand that world and take everything else that's going on. But
Yeah.
I think you got some cases where it works, some cases where it doesn't, and it just really doesn't work there for me.
No. But anyway, we'll start wrapping up the episode. What are you watching over the next week anyway? What
I don't know. I mean,
what are you
I've
watching?
got another Star Wars film that I'm going to watch, and that's the animated Clone Wars film that I'm probably going to watch at some point.
Yeah.
In terms of everything else, I ordered a couple of Blu-rays that I didn't have over the last week or so. So I got 500 Days of Summer, which I've never seen. So yeah,
It's a great screenplay.
Yeah, and
Also
I
got
love the
a lot of
Smiths.
Smith songs in the film.
Because I saw it, I was on like Facebook or Instagram or something the other day, and I saw the clip of like Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Zooey Deschanel in the elevator. And when she walked out, he goes, "Holy shit," or something like that. Yeah. I was like, "That's good." And
yeah, that's good. It's funny.
Yeah,
it's a great trip. The Hall and Oates scene. You met the Greens.
I'm gonna watch that when that arrives. I also ordered Superbad on Blu-ray, which I haven't seen in a while. It's been that is one of the best. Yeah, that's up there with Dazed and Confused.
Teen comedy one.
Okay,
how about you next week then? We'll go more in depth on the Superbad because I'll watch Superbad.
Yeah, sounds good.
We'll go more in depth.
I also ordered Grand Budapest Hotel, which I haven't seen in a while. I haven't seen that in a good couple of months, so I might rewatch that at some point as well. Yeah, brilliant.
Where's Anderson?
TV shows at the moment. I've been watching like Netflix have this feature on. It depends what device you watch it on, where you can like play random episodes of TV shows.
Yeah.
So so I was playing Football Manager on my PC the other day, and on my phone I put like a random episode of How I Met Your Mother on, and so I've just been like doing that, and stuff. Yeah, I found that quite cool. What about you?
I mean, I think I've got
still never seen
Mad Men. Great TV show, writing great. It's leaving Netflix on the first 4 seasons.
I'm not going to be able
on the 29th of April, so just going to get through there. Yeah, and I'm still in the middle of watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine season 6. So I always haven't time. I'm enjoying it so far. It feels a little bit different. I think because of the switch, but from a Fox to NBC.
But if you're quick as well, I don't know how long they stay on there for. But once you finish season 6, I found this like the other day. All 4 they've started playing season 7.
Yeah.
So season 7's started over here in the UK, and they're on every Thursday. But that's season 7's interesting for me at the moment. I don't know. I'm still very.
I'm intrigued. I don't know what everyone else has said.
I mean,
about it.
I'm not sure what other people have said about season 7. I haven't really looked. Yeah. I mean, stuff. I think it's good, and there's some good character development there going on, especially with like Jake and Amy and stuff that I did like. But it's interesting at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably finish the season this week and move on to that. But what else? What films am I going to watch this week? I was going to. I'm trying to think. I'm watching a lot of teen comedies and that. And last week I rewatched American
the good
Pie,
ones,
like the good ones.
1, 2, and The Wedding.
I do think 1, 2,
are the good ones.
And The Wedding are great. The rest, the straight.
I've never seen any of the straight to DVD ones.
Nah, I've never actually sat. I've never sit through any of them, but I might sit through one of them this week just to see how bad.
I remember I rewatched all of them a while ago, and I remember getting to the reunion, and I don't know, the reunion just sort of
my issue is that when they came out, they're a product of its time period, and it's whatever's funny then is no longer like. If you're going into that as a 15-year-old kid who's never seen any of the other American Pies, you're not going to have
that's what I'm saying. It's like I like the first 3, and it's like it like films like Dazed and Confused and Superbad and stuff. They're just like so relatable, and it's like the first one is.
I mean, the first
really good.
Great. I do like the second.
The second one is I think out of. Yeah, I do like the second one. Out of the first 3, I think The Wedding is probably my least favourite. But it's still enjoyable, yeah.
But I still think it's got some moments. But 1 and 2 are great. Like,
1 and 2 are a good time, yeah.
They had a great time.
Yeah.
They're both on Netflix.
I think that's where I watched them the first time. It's a while ago. It must have been like a year ago now, I reckon. But yeah, they're a good time.
I also want to sit through Terminator. The Terminator. I might sit through all of the Terminator films.
Yeah, I mean,
1 and 2 are great. I love 1 and 2. 3
is
the most boring, forgettable film.
Salvation is. It's just bad. I've still not seen I've still not seen Dark Fate.
Genesis is boring,
and I don't really want to.
No, nor have I. I'm gonna sit through it.
Yeah, I mean,
why not?
From what I've heard, it's just like it's not really a Terminator film, and nobody really cares if it is or not.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I've heard it's a good action film.
Yeah,
it's a terrible Terminator film.
That I can see.
So. But I thought we'd like end on like the plan.
Yeah, I mean, I'd probably say like 1 to 2 a week. Just
definitely
get a few guests, and we'll just do something like this.
Hopefully we'll get with our 0 viewers at the moment.
I mean,
we'll get a few viewers, get a few guests.
Yeah.
I've got a few friends interested in
we haven't even mentioned our names yet. I just noticed. And I'm Jack.
Well, I'm Jake. And
we met at Mac DeMarco concert.
Yeah.
And now we have a podcast.
Now we have a podcast. This is what. So yeah. That's how life goes. Yeah. But yeah, we'll go in depth on stuff. We'll probably get
some stuff on there.
Do some in-depth reviews.
I mean, I do reviews on like Instagram, and I do a couple on YouTube.
We'll link it. We'll link everyone's like accounts and that
get them to you.
somewhere.
I don't know how you'd go about
Somewhere.
that,
We'll link them somewhere.
but we'll sort that out.
We'll sort that. It should
Yeah.
be a feature on Spotify.
Yeah, it
or
will be
Apple
available on there
Podcasts, somewhere.
pretty soon.
We'll also be. This will be also available on YouTube. Eventually, we'll try and get like video on YouTube. Hopefully.
Well, yeah, when this is all over, we'll
coming in
actually
the
be able to
future.
meet up and do these podcasts. So
Yeah. I mean, we've had
Yeah.
that to come in.
yeah, it's been good.
But yeah, that's the aim.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks for listening. This is one of those things
Yeah.
where we're like 100 podcasts down the line. People are just gonna listen to this like, oh, this is.
Yeah, I think it has. It's
Hopefully
been
it's gone
pretty
alright.
good. We've had fun.
And yeah, join us next week.
It could be this week.
It could be this week.
Yeah.
We'll start like a planning schedule. But next
Yeah,
time, right, Super Bad. We're going in depth review on Super Bad.
Yeah,
How about teen
sounds
comedies
good.
in general? How about teen comedies in general?
That is a good shout. Yeah.
That's a good shout. We'll get